equations. So, I mean, this is kind of a gamble what it could be. But like I said, at the end of the class, I'll answer questions. So number 10 could be, I don't know, maybe an example, probably something with completing the square for sure and beyond, right? I'd say so. So how about, I guess completing the square we did with parabolas. We also did it with circles. So I don't know, we'll do one of those. Let's say, let's find the center and the radius. Of 2x squared plus 2y squared minus 6x plus 9y equals 1. There you go. Try that one. So find the center and the radius. And of course, you know I just do numbers out of my head, so it doesn't mean that you're going to get a nice answer. Probably not. On the test, I try to have them kind of decent, though. How do you guys know that that's a circle, by the way?
The twos are the same.
Two square terms and?
The twos are the same.
Very good. That's right. Even the numbers in front are the same. Good for you guys.
Half and then square, right?
Half it and then square it. Yeah. Licorice, anyone?
Are you at the place?
Don't do decimals. No decimals.
You want us to do fractions, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Check out the backyard, isn't it? Okay. You guys have it figured out? Okay, this is a good one because it gets you to complete the square twice. So what I did is I divided everything by 2 first because the numbers in front of the x squared and the y squared have to be a 1. And then I rewrote it in an order. So I did the x squared minus 3x and then plus y squared plus 9 halves y equals 1. Half. Right? Because you have to half that too. So now I find the magic number. Half the number, that's supposed to be a 2, half the number in front of the x, which is a 3, square it, you get 9 quarters. You add that to both sides. And then you half the number in front of the y, which is 9 halves. I know it's a fraction, that's okay. Multiply the top, the bottom, you get 9 quarters. Square it, you get 81/16. You add that to both sides. Is there any question on that? Okay, now you factor. So when you factor, you put this one, x, this sign, and the number, the square root, the number before you squared it. So it's 3 halves squared, plus, same thing here. So it's y, this sign, the number before you square it, which is 9 quarters, squared, equals, and then you get your handy dandy little calculator with your ABC button and leave it as a fraction. What do you get?
125 over 16.
125 over 16, thank you.
that is a number, or sorry, the equation in standard form. That is what you find the center and the radius from. Is there any question on that part? Okay, the center is h comma k. Now look on that, the formula sheet that I give you, it's on the back of it. You can see that they give you some conic stuff, but they don't really tell you a whole heck of a lot there. It just says x minus h all squared plus y minus k all squared equals r squared. That's all it says. So you have to know that it's h comma k. So your h, if you get mixed up about signs, take it, set it equal to 0 and solve it. And so you'll get x equals 3/2. And this one here will be negative 9/4. There's your center. The radius is the square root of this. So it's the square root of 125 over 16. The square root, then you do the square root of the top over the square root of the bottom. The square root of 16 is nice and easy, it's 4. To do the square root of the top, it's 5 times 5 times 5. You can take out a 5 and you're left with the root 5. So your center, or sorry, your radius is 5 root 5 over 4. And there's your answer. Any questions? Okay, I'm not saying it's going to be a circle one on the test, but you are going to have a completing the square one. Okay, so that's either a circle or a parabola. Okay, that's the only ones that we did on. Okay, number 11. Now, number 11 is probably going to be something with graphing or finding something specific. So that's going to be a circle or a parabola. So the other one will be like a hyperbola or an ellipse. Okay, I say probably out of the two of those, hyperbola is the harder one. So let's do a hyperbola one. Say we have, actually I'm not going to put it over. I'll do x squared minus 16y squared equals 16. And I want you to find the vertices and the foci and the asymptotes. So get it in standard form. First thing you have to do is what, you guys?
Divide by 16.
Very good, divide by 16. Okay, and then we'll go from there. You don't have to graph it,
Okay.
just find those things. That's okay. That's light. There it is up on the board. You have to divide everything by 16 first. The vertices are only under the positive because think what a hyperbola does. It only hits one of the axes. This one here is going to be like that. That's your vertices. So it's under the positive, the square root of that. So it's plus or minus 4 comma 0. If that would have been y first, then it would have been 0 plus or minus 4. C squared equals a squared plus b squared. Again, it's not on that sheet, so when I Xerox it out of the textbook, I'll write that in for you. Okay. You get plus or minus root 17, and again, it's on the x-axis because that's what the positive one is. So it's plus or minus root 17 comma 0. The asymptotes do the square root of this equals the square root of that, and get y by itself, so just cross multiply, so it's just 1x or 1/4.